Good morning, everybody. My name is Amanda Brown. I'm the Education Director for Deadwood History, and today I'm here to celebrate Chinese New Year. It actually started today. In China it started yesterday because of time zones, but today, February 12th, is the start of Chinese New Year. This is a very important and very highly celebrated holiday for the Chinese culture, and so we wanted to bring it to you because if you didn't know, Deadwood history actually is full of Chinese history as well. We had a very big Chinese community back when Deadwood was first starting out, and we like to celebrate that every year. So this year, like we do every year, we're going to host a Chinese New Year celebration on February 20th. We do this every year with the help of the Wong family and their sponsorship, so thank you very much to them. If you would like to join us to celebrate Chinese New Year, it's on February 20th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. right here at the Homestake Adams Research and Cultural Center. If you'd like to join us for that, feel free to give me a call. My name is Amanda. Again, my phone number is 605-578-1657, or you can send me an email. My email address is amanda@deadwoodhistory.com. We do require reservations because spots are limited, but at this celebration, you'll get to learn all about the history of Chinese New Year, why we celebrate it in Deadwood, and then you also get to participate in a red envelope ceremony. That's one of those very important traditions that is part of Chinese New Year. You'll also get to make a couple of crafts. Not one of the crafts that we're going to make here today. This is going to be brand new and just for you. So if you'd like to make either a Chinese lantern or a Chinese zodiac chart, feel free to sign up for Chinese New Year celebration, February 20th. And one other thing that we'll get to do at that celebration is you actually get to have a Chinese style lunch. We actually feed you at this one. It's a lot of fun and it's delicious. So if you would like to sign up for our Chinese New Year celebration, feel free to give me a call or shoot me an email and we'll get you signed up. But like I said, we are here to celebrate the start of Chinese New Year, started today, and this is the beginning of the Year of the Ox. So every year there is a new animal that is represented by the Chinese New Year. So this year is the Year of the Ox. It's very important. The ox is very important in Chinese culture because it's very strong and reliant, and this is something that is very important to have in your life, is something very strong and ready. So we are going to start celebrating the Year of the Ox today. So I hope you all will join me in a small craft that you can do at home. Very, very simple, very easy, and a lot of fun. And this is something that you can actually translate to other things as well. So next year, when you celebrate the year of, I believe it is the rabbit, we are going to, you can change this craft to do something else. So we are going to make a bookmark. I love to read. I hope you love to read as well, but I don't always want to fold my page down when I get to a stopping place. I just want to mark it with something, and sometimes it's fun to have really fun, unique bookmarks like this one. So because it is the Year of the Ox, I've made an ox bookmark, and all I really need is 3 different colors of paper, a glue stick, some scissors, and a marker. It's very, very simple. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. So I'm going to start with this black piece of construction paper. And this is a rectangle right now, and I want to make it a square. So the easiest way for me to do that is to make a triangle and make sure that it's lined up like that. I'm going to move these out of the way so we can see it a little bit better. But so I have this lined up just like this, and it is nice and straight. And then because I wanted a square, I'm just going to cut off the extra, and I'll use this extra for some other parts of my ox. All right, so there's my square piece of paper. I want to keep it in this triangle shape though, so I'm going to leave it just like this. And this one's going to take some folding, but it's super easy. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to make sure that it's nice and lined up, and then I'm going to take one corner and I'm going to put it towards the center. and I'm gonna fold it, and I'm gonna make sure it's nice and folded and creased. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with the other one. I'm gonna take this corner, and I'm gonna put it right in the center. So I've made sort of a diamond shape with my paper, with my folds. It went from a triangle to a diamond shape. Now I'm gonna unfold those. It'll come back, but for now I'm gonna take this center point right here, just on the first part. I wanna leave this one here, and I'm gonna take this one, and I'm gonna fold it down until it gets to the bottom of this fold. So now it kind of looks like it's got a mouth almost. So I just took the front one and folded it down. This might be a little bit, if you've got small hands, this one might be a little bit harder to do, but it's all gonna come together. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take this corner and you're gonna fold it so that it gets tucked into this little cup right back here. And you wanna make sure that when you fold it, it gets all the way down. You want it nice and flush with the edge of your paper, with the edge of this fold here. And then you're gonna do the same thing over here and tuck that one right on in there. All right. So now it does kind of look like a little, carrier or a little cup, but that's actually the top. Once you flip it around, that's gonna be the front and top of your, in this case, ox. All right, so it doesn't look much like an ox right now, so we're gonna put a little decorations on there, give it a face. So I have a kind of a tan color paper, and I don't need a lot of it, so I'm just gonna cut off a little piece. And I didn't draw any of my pieces. I kind of just made all of mine. I just made what I thought looked the best, because it doesn't have to be perfect. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make two little hills and come around like that, a semicircle, and then I'm gonna make two more hills and then come back around like this until I have something that looks kind of like a peanut, just like that. And then I'm gonna take a glue stick, and all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue it right here on the front of my ox. So it's just gonna go, I need a little more glue than that. It's just gonna go right here on the front. I don't need a lot of glue because it's not a very big piece of paper. And it's just gonna go right there. And then I'm gonna, whoop, I got stuck to that one. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with the eyes and the horns. So I'm just gonna take a little piece of white paper, and these can be any color that you want. I chose black, tan, and white because that was the color of the ox that I saw in my head. But you can color anything. You could have a purple ox, you could have a red ox, it's up to you. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna make some eyes. So I'm just gonna cut out two circles. You could also just kind of punch them out if you have a big hole puncher or if you're making a very small bookmark. And I'm just going to, once again, glue them to my ox. So my eyes, since this is the head, my eyes are gonna go right here. Put one here, and, uh-oh, can't get him. I lost him, there he goes. Put one right there. And then I'm gonna let that glue dry for a second. And while that glue is drying, I'm gonna make the ears and the horns. So for the horns, if you wanna draw out your horns, you can. I'm just gonna wing it, I think. So I just start at the bottom, and I wanna make something that kind of curves up. And then I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna start at the bottom, and I'm gonna curve up, but once I get to that curve, I wanna make it a point. So that I have, right here I have one of those horns. And then I'm gonna do the same thing. If you want your horns to be a little bit more curvy, you would just make a bigger curve out of your paper. So I have my two horns here, and then I also need some ears for my ox. For that, I'm gonna use the leftover black paper that I had from when I made my square. And these just kind of look like teardrops almost. So kind of an oval shape like that. And I used the edge of the paper so I can have a really nice edge for my ear. And then I need two of those. So I'm gonna do that one more time. And these can be really big ears, they can be really small ears, they can be uneven ears. Again, if you want to draw them, you can. And then I'm just going to turn this over on this side, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue on one edge here and one edge here, and then I'm going to glue my ears down. Whoops. And one horn so that it sticks right up. And then I'm going to put the other ear, and they can go anywhere along this line. There's no wrong place to put your ears and horns. And then there is an ox, but he's missing a couple of things like pupils, so I'm going to draw those in. If you want to put black circles, cut out black circles, you can, but I'm just going to draw mine in so that he can see. And then he also needs to be able to breathe, so I'm going to put some nostrils on there as well, just like that. So here is my finished ox bookmark. Very fun, very easy. You can make all sorts of different types of animals. If you know what kind of animal you want to make, just take that same base fold where you fold it in half and then bring the corners up and fold them and tuck them down in. You can make pretty much any animal you want. And then when you're ready to use it, say you've been reading a book, I've been reading this book about the Black Hills, I get to a stopping point, all you have to do is just slide it right on to the corner and he holds your place for you, just like that. So that is our ox bookmark. Again, we are doing this because we are celebrating the Chinese New Year, the Year of the Ox that started today. And just as a reminder, we do have our Chinese New Year celebration on February 20th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. here at the Homestake Adams Research and Cultural Center. If you would like to join us, go ahead and give me a call to reserve a spot, and it is for kinder through 6th grade. It is a free program, but reservations are required, so please give me a call. My number is 605-578-1657, or you can email me at amanda@deadwoodhistory.com. I hope you all have a really great day. I'd love to see whatever bookmarks you come up with. Bye!
Happy Chinese New Year!
Happy Chinese New Year!